sweeties, it's Naima here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, this is a place where I love to talk about my sweet and gourmand fragrances. This video is all about the new Vanilla Planifolia dupes, which is Vanilla Aura and Vannifolia. We're going to get into Vanilla Seduction as well and the new Milky Way perfume. We're going to compare the dupes to the original. I know lately there's been a debate on whether Vannifolia or Vanilla Aura is more closer to the OG Vanilla Planifolia, so we're going to get into that too. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe if you love gourmand fragrances. You love smelling sweet like a treat, because that's what I'm all about. Join my Facebook group, House of Gourmand, because it's another place for fragrance lovers to come together, chat, discuss, and sell your fragrances. Now let's get into it. So let's get into Vanilla Planifolia and her dupes. So I have a sample of Vanilla Planifolia. I've had this sample for about probably almost 2 years now. I've heard that Vanilla Planifolia was the best vanilla fragrance on the market. So I was about to splurge, but I was like, let me find a sample. And when I got my sample, I was like, it's nice, but I don't know about best vanilla fragrance. Vanilla Planifolia is not your typical vanilla sweet fragrance. It's not a vanilla gourmand. There's nothing gourmand about it, edible. It's not sweet like Bianco Latte, like Tahoda. Vanilla Planifolia is a grown-up vanilla. This is a grown-up ambery spicy vanilla. It has some crisp musky spiciness to it, and I feel like the spice in here is a little bit on the minty side, just a little bit. Not minty, but like a cool spice. So Vanilla Planifolia main accords is vanilla, amber, powdery, sweet, warm, spicy, balsamic, and musky. Notes: vanilla spices, amber, apopanax, and musk. So I'm not familiar with apopanax, but it says on Fragrantica that the odor profile is an intensely sweet, balsamic, warm, spicy fragrance. So I'm pretty sure that that note is very prominent because that's what this is. It's a warm, spicy, grown-up, mature vanilla. It's very rich, it's very ambery, it's sweet. Not sugary sweet, but it is sweet. So now let's compare Vanilla Aura. Vanilla Aura has mixed reviews, whether it's a good dupe, spot-on dupe, or not a dupe at all, or not close to the original. So main accords we have vanilla, amber, woody, powdery, sweet, warm, spicy, citrus, aromatic, balsamic, and caramel. Notes: bergamot, lemon, lily of the valley, vanilla, caramel, chocolate, vanilla, sandalwood, amber, and tonka. Vanilla Aura is a spicy vanilla as well. So it has that spicy, grown-up, ambery scent profile. In my opinion, I don't think that is a spot-on dupe. I feel like it's close to the original, maybe about 70%. So I can see why there's a debate going on saying that this is not a good dupe for the original. Is it a nice vanilla fragrance? Of course. I can see why people like this, but calling it a spot-on dupe for Vanilla Planifolia, I'm going to have to disagree. According to the notes, I don't get any of these listed, okay? I don't get any of these listed, and I sure don't get no caramel, no chocolate, no caramel chocolate twist on the original, not even a little bit. This has that similar DNA to Vanilla Planifolia. There's something missing, and there's also some extra things in here that is not in Vanilla Planifolia. Vanilla Aura is more powdery. I feel like the powderiness dilutes the spiciness, the richness, and the sweet vanilla. The original is more crisp and more potent, much more spicier. Vanilla Aura is more toned down, powdery, and then it also has something leathery in the dry down. So yeah, the original Vanilla Planifolia is a spicy, crisp, ambery vanilla, and Vanilla Aura is more of a toned down, spicy vanilla, but it's powdery. And then in the base, once it dries down, it's like kind of like smoky and leathery. The opening is similar, but the dry down is not. Now heading over to Vannifolia, same scent profile. Vanilla, spicy, ambery, musky, and in my opinion, this is closer to the original. That spice is very similar. Vanilla Aura is about 70%. I say Vannifolia is about 90%. So the notes for Vannifolia is spicy, lemon, and bergamot, musky, floral, and powdery, vanilla, amberette seeds, amber, tonka bean, and benzoin. I definitely get the spicy. I don't get the fruits. It's not floral. It's musky with a hint of powderiness. Vannifolia has that cool, crisp spiciness that the original has. As a cheaper alternative, if you want something really close, Vannifolia. I feel like Vannifolia is more balanced and sweeter than Vanilla Aura. Definitely more sweeter. Yeah, that vanilla note is much sweeter than Vanilla Aura. Now, as far as longevity, I get about 4+ hours. They last about the same time. Vannifolia is just a little bit more potent. This is not a fragrance that lasts 3 seconds on me, or even just 1 hour. It definitely sticks around. And I also feel like it has better projection. And it smells good. I might get this. But nonetheless, these are really nice vanilla fragrances. So whichever one you decide to go with, you can't go wrong with either one of them. So now we're going to get into Vanilla Seduction. I heard that this is a dupe for Heyyyy Vanilla 28. I love me some Vanilla 28. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so that's definitely sweeter than the original. Okay. For those that don't know about Vanilla 28, Vanilla 28 is a brown sugar vanilla. It has a little bit of jasmine, a little bit of patchouli. It doesn't take over the sweetness. It doesn't overpower the vanilla and the brown sugar. Some people don't mind, but some people detect it a lot where they feel like Vanilla 28 is a mature scent, but I feel like Vanilla 28 is in the sugary vanilla category. It's just a more dark, seductive, sultry vibe. It smells like vanilla extract and brown sugar. It's looking like Eshal might have some competition here. Something about Vanilla Seduction is a little bit different on the dry down. Vanilla Seduction just has that patchouli. Eshal doesn't have that patchouli in my opinion, but this one does. Eshal is more on the powdery side, but both of them are sweeter than the original. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with my Eshal. But anyways, let's compare it to the original. This is sweeter than Heyyyy's. This is sweeter, but this do have that patchouli in here. But this is much sweeter and less airy and musky. If you like Vanilla 28, but you want more of that brown sugar to come up forward, this is definitely gonna do it for you. But this does have that patchouli, so if you're not a patchouli lover, I don't know if you will love this. This is definitely not a beast mode dupe. It's stronger than the original, but it's more moderate. But it's very nice. But now, last but not least, let's get into the new drop Milky Way. Okay, I think this is by Maison Asrar as well. Yeah. So this is supposed to be a dupe for Commodity Milk. So let's get into the comparison. Let's start with the original. Commodity Milk is a lactonic, creamy, milky scent. But it's not just a plain milky scent. And I think that's what confuses people sometimes. Like when they first smelled it, I know when I first smelled it, I was like, what the heck is this? This is not just creamy milk and marshmallows by itself. It also has, you know, some elements of spiciness, woodiness. It's a little bit more complex than just milk and marshmallows. It's a unisex fragrance, so a man can definitely pull it off. Even though I feel like any gender can wear anything. But as far as like the category, but it's still sweet and it's still a nice milky vanilla scent. So Milky Way here is a close dupe. So if you've ever smelled Commodity Milk, it smells just like that. The only difference is that Milky Way's opening is a little bit sharper. Commodity Milk is more smooth. Milky Way is more sharp. Still smells good though, but it has like this sharp spiciness about it that's reminiscent of menthols. So up close on my skin, I kind of get like this menthols vibe. Like it reminds me of Halls or something. So it opens up with that milk, that creaminess with a hint of plum. Not a fruity plum, but it's more like a powdery plum mixed in with that creamy milk. I get all of that with a little menthol vibes. I don't mind it, but it's like, okay, all right. I wasn't expecting that, but you know, it's still nice. It lasts for a few minutes and then it dissipates and then it becomes this fluffy, powdery, lactonic scent. In the air, the whiffs that I get is like I'm in a cloud of sweet milk and vanilla. If you really take the time to get to know the scent and let your nose adjust, it is a beautiful lactonic fragrance. It's sweet, it's dreamy, and I just love this scent profile so much. I'm thinking about getting me a full bottle because I love the scent of this. And I don't like Commodity Milk. I can't take that mahogany and the dry down, that woodiness, and this doesn't have that. I don't really get that dry down that's like woody and masculine a little bit. The original, I don't get it in here. But it's 90% like the original, and it's sweeter than the original in my opinion. It's more creamier than the original once it dries down. So even though they're close, there is a slight difference that makes me prefer Milky Way more. Now, as far as the strength of the fragrance, Commodity Milk is beast, okay? It's a beast mode fragrance, and it lasts long. This is a good 4 or 5 hours, but I feel like this is a little bit on the light and airy side. But then again, this is a new sample. This is a new fragrance. So it may just get better as it sits. I can't really say much about that. I don't really want to say much about it. But right now, as far as the scent, this is a 10 out of 10. Those are my thoughts on the new vanilla dupes that just hit the Middle Eastern scene. Give me your thoughts. What do you think about these new fragrances? Do you think these are close dupes to the original? Talk to me and I will see y'all in the next video. It's Queen Naima and I'm out.